right. So everybody, welcome. We're back for another live giveaway, and I figured it'd be a good day to bring back the Lockfather.
How you guys doing?
So hey, here we'll give it a second. Let everybody get in here before we start having some fun. All sorts of good stuff to talk about, go over. Another very exciting announcement I'll be sharing here in a bit. So first, I just want to make sure right before we went live here, if you guys can make sure, I just want to make sure that you guys can hear us, because I had to do a camera setting last second, and I just want to make sure we're all good. But we'll go ahead and start saying hi to some of you out there, and let's see what we got going on. And you know what, Dad? Before we get going, would you like a Topo Chico?
Sure.
Good man. Good.
I need one of those.
So,
oh, thank you.
everyone out there who's joining us with a Topo Chico while we're doing this, cheers.
Yep.
And now, Dad, I just noticed you have some gum going on.
Yeah, I've been uptight today, so
Have ya?
I've been smacking away.
Okay. Is that how you deal with your?
Probably.
You just get in there and just start chewing.
Yep.
Do you think that?
Busy day,
Yeah.
A lot of different things going on. We're slammed, and we're a couple people short from being sick.
Mm-hmm.
One's on vacation, and you can feel it.
Absolutely, yeah. That's the fun of it all, right? The fun of it all.
That's it. Can only help one at a time.
One at a time. That's right. Right. Sometimes you have to forget about everything going on and just focus on getting
What you're doing.
What you're doing. Now, is that gum gonna last all show, or?
Never know.
Oh gosh, that's good.
Between the Lockfather and chewing my gum, we make a pretty good comedian team.
Yeah. That's good, guys. So I'm going to say hi to everybody tuning in, and like I said, you're gonna want to hang around because I want to get your feedback here in a minute. And on top of that, I want you to hang around to the end, because guaranteed, I'm going to make an announcement that you're going to want to hear. Okay, you're going to want to hear this one. It's something new, and I don't even know if I've told you.
No, you haven't.
Okay. Well,
I'm always last to know.
oh, come on. Oh, all right, let's take a look. Let's see what we got going on in here. Say hi. So we got Mr. James Eaststep. How's it going? We have Sand Everywhere. They say, how do we win? So how you win, and I'll go over the rules before we do the drawing, is on our YouTube videos, comment on them and include the hashtag LockBoss. When you do that, automatically entered to win. No purchase necessary. We're just gonna hook you up if you win. We do it every week. So I'll talk about it all at the very end before we do the live drawing. Watt Volt Amp, how is it going? You're down there in 82-degree Phoenix weather.
Man, what is it? 28 out there today?
Oh, so the last travel I have done, like outside of our area, was actually in Scottsdale, Arizona, right about, I think it was like almost a week to the year ago. Last one I did, and I'm hoping to get back on the road soon. And I tell you what, I remember it was snowing at my house. I had to call a plow truck since I wasn't home to plow my driveway, and I'm literally sitting in this like 75, 80-degree weather, being like,
let's hop in the pool again.
Yeah, pretty much. So that was good stuff. But very cool. Thanks for tuning in, Watt Volt Amp. We got Sean Baker. How's it going, Sean? Bobby Kendrick from Virginia. Dave Adion, how are you doing? We have Kevin Gadget Eastman in North Carolina. Thanks for tuning in. We have Chris Rainey. How's it going? I've been seeing a lot of comments from you, Chris, lately. Very cool. Thank you. Mr. Steve Schmidt, thank you for tuning in. And let's see, we got Carl Lewis. How's it going? We got BC Lockpicker. Thanks for tuning in. And we have Phil Herman. As a matter of fact, I was talking to Phil about an hour ago, I guess. So, Phil, great chat. Thank you. You've been doing business with us since 2006. So
Wow.
From
great.
yeah, I was like 2 years in at that point. Wow. So thank you for all the support over the years. Very cool. I sincerely appreciate it. We have Mr. Greg Gibson. How's it going, Greg? We have Vernon, thanks for tuning in. And let's see here. Willard 102. How are you? Oh, and we have Mr. Ken Nixon's in here. He says he's happy to see the Lockfather. Good stuff, Ken.
I get a kick out of it. What can I say?
Hey, when the shoe fits, the shoe fits, right?
Okay.
Wear it.
I guess I better get a bigger foot then. No.
Yeah. Very cool. So we got, let's see here. I've got video and audio. Kevin Beal, how are you? Yep, thanks for tuning in. And yes, we got video and audio. That's good. Over however long we've been doing this now, the amount of camera issues we've had at one point was left a lot to be desired, right, for everybody. So thanks for sticking with us all this time.
Just like being #LockBoss. The more you do it, the better you get.
Absolutely. We got Bobby Kendrick. Thanks for tuning in. Frank McCauley, how's it going? John Frank. Let's see. He's or John Falk. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking there. Thanks for tuning in. DJ2334. How's it going? We have Austin. He says hi to me and hi to PJ's dad. So
howdy.
There we go. Very cool. Ooh, I don't know how to say this one. Lobotoramanoma. Sorry if I didn't say that right. Thanks for tuning in. Frank Antonio. Hey there. Rook Knight. How's it going? James Hasse. Thanks for tuning in, James. And let's see here. Brian Edmonston. How's it going? Jeffrey Kelly. We have Alan Corson saying it's 75 down in Texas. As a matter of fact, on February 2nd, 2020, I was down there in San Antonio, and San Antonio is a cool place.
You and your buds.
Yep. So, very cool.
You invite me, but that's okay. Well, it was a football game, wasn't it?
No, that was Dallas in December. But yeah, Texas is a cool place.
Yeah, it's nice.
That San Antonio, I had never been. It was my first time. Very cool. So, down there in that 75-degree weather, I mean...
Love it.
I tell you what, when you're living in the 30-degree weather like we are, I mean, 70 sounds amazing at this point, right?
I like 70, 75 all year round. I'm in heaven.
Yeah, we got DJ234 down there in the cold, or up there in the cold and snowy Pennsylvania.
Oh, right now it's a lot of snow.
Yeah, we have the all-powerful Tyler Newhouse. Thanks for tuning in. We got Jenkins Locks. Hey there. We got Bart Simpson. We got Chef Mel P. Thanks for tuning in. So, guys, thanks everyone for being here. I'll try to go back and see who else came in by the time we get kind of towards the end of this. But let's go ahead and jump in. So, let's talk about this last week. So, we did the 5000 series Town Steel video. And so a lot of you guys mentioned, you're like, hey, so the video got over and the Bluetooth, like you didn't talk about Bluetooth. And unfortunately, it actually got edited out. And so that's why it wasn't in there. But I'm going to redo it actually and kind of go in depth now that I know a lot of your guys' questions on the Bluetooth. And there'll be a Bluetooth video coming out soon. So, Dan, now you've been buying and installing the Town Steel.
Oh, yeah.
So what...
Guys love them, easy to install. The customer loves them.
Yeah.
Easy to operate, 6 batteries and that's it.
Yeah, that's great. That's good stuff, really,
Yeah.
So thanks for all the feedback on that. It was good. And like I said, that Bluetooth one's coming out. Now, my favorite part on those Town Steels is just the fact that out of the box, I mean, at the end of the day, if we just boil it down to the most simplest bit about them for me, 2 things. One, on the E-Elites in particular, no extra holes outside of those through bolts, and one lock that has 4 different ways to open it without you buying anything extra. That's a win.
Yeah, no more stuff besides.
Yeah, it's not like, well, buy this $100 adapter to do this and buy, So
Absolutely.
That's cool. Really like it. So
We bought a lot of them on the shelves.
yeah. Very cool. We also got John Falk says that he just celebrated his first anniversary of marriage with his Lock Boss set. Congratulations, John. Very awesome. And 1 year down, many more to go. So the next video, we also did that 2019 Chevy Malibu with the Smart Pro. And we're going to have some more battles coming up soon. So between the Smart Pro and the Auto Pro Pad, that'll be fun. And we have a video coming out soon also on the different pricing and the UTP and the tokens with the Smart Pro and trying to, bring it to you as simply as possible. I've just been waiting for, right over here, there's a blank spot for a whiteboard. Oh, sorry for putting my hand in front of you there, Dad. But putting a whiteboard there to actually get everything kind of laid out for everyone to make it make a lot of sense. So I love the comment, by the way, where someone was talking about how heavy the Smart Pro is. And I personally love the fact that it's heavy because it doesn't make me treat it like it's, real light and kind of toss it around. But yeah, if you're holding it and you're not putting it on the steering wheel, that sucker's heavy.
Yeah,
you can build some biceps with
That's it. Lift.
But, and then the other video I did, which is a new concept, and I really want your guys' feedback on this. This will really determine if I do more of them, which is the B111 Circle Plus Everything You Need to Know. So my theory on it was, we did the top 10 automotive list, or transponder keys. And I'm like, you know what, let me break each one of those keys down, answer all the questions, make them as simple as possible. So if you're new or starting out, or maybe you've had some questions, we're kind of filling in all those gaps, right? And you guys seem to really like the B111 one, but I would love to know if you guys, want me to do more of them. So kind of the plan at this point is to kind of knock out all of the popular ones and just give you all that little extra information, right? And now some of the ones, like with the B111, the fact that the chip is not reusable, meaning you can't take it out of like a totaled car and just pop it in a new shell and just go program it. So because of that, I didn't show how to harvest the chip. But I'm going to show you some techniques along the way to harvest them as well, depending on the key. So that should be coming. So let's see here.
That B11 is one of the best sellers. Like I say, it's the most popular. Mm-hmm. It's a good money maker. We probably cut 6 to 10 every week.
Yeah.
So we keep about 10 of them at each of the stores. Quick programming.
Yeah.
You make money for programming it.
Absolutely. Jenkins Locks says, yes, do more of those. Okay, yeah, thanks, Jenkins Locks. I appreciate letting me know. That's something I figured to be useful, and all the little tips and tricks and a little history. And I tried to deep dive into the history of the B111, right? I mean, the one thing I kind of left out, a little extra fact, is, they had a big GM recall about it, right? With there was all sorts of problems happening with the ignitions, and that's why it went to that single little tiny hole, as they figured out that, I can't remember, I think it was like the automotive dealer something or other. They figured out that having weight on the keys with that long hole was causing part of the problem, and so that's why it went to that single hole. So all sorts of fun stuff. Let's see here, reading that. I do more Honda HD106 than B11. Yeah, and that's the interesting part, right? So like the area that you live in, the powerful dealers in your area is going to be big. So like up in this area, they've always advertised as like the world's #1 Dodge dealer.
Yep, that
right?
one company.
Yep. Right, so that one company being this big Dodge dealer, around here, like there's Dodges everywhere. And so depending on the area that you live in, and that's something you want to keep in mind as you're building your business, it's like, okay, who's pumping out all the vehicles? What's the most popular dealers? What are they putting out? And then that can help you kind of stock. But is what I want to do, though, before I get too far along, and I've been looking and seeing, I was hoping he was in a Beyond, but William Bennett actually sent us this Southern Pecan ground roast coffee. So William, thank you. I didn't know it was even coming. You sent it, and I love coffee. I love drinking it black. And we'll be drinking this, William. So thank you for sending it to us. Very cool. For all of you out there that have sent us all sorts of stuff. Really appreciate it. Very cool. And William, you can know we'll be drinking this around here. Very cool. So there, I've never had. Looks like it's a local roaster, which is really cool.
It's awesome.
And it's a. Let's see here. And yeah, so it's a Southern Pecan Ground. So I'm excited
I
to
might
try it.
have to take a sip of that since I don't really drink coffee. I'm a hot chocolate type guy.
Yep, hot chocolate. Or hey, I mean, you'll do coffee with a lot of cream.
Oh yeah, that's
Right?
what kills the taste.
Yeah.
As long as it has whipped cream, I'm in for whatever.
Yes. Yeah, but looks like William C knows. Yep, you want to know the dealer. Yep. That's funny. Access Locks, thanks for tuning in. So. Okay, so that's what's going on. I plan to do more of those videos. John Falk, thanks for putting on there. Very informative, you say. So yeah, I'm going to do some more of those, and there's some fun stuff. Like, I can't wait to do the H92 video because of the history on that. And it'll be fun. So you guys can expect more of those. Very cool. So that's kind of what we have going on. Go ahead and keep giving me your feedback here as we go. And I want to move into the next thing here. So let me pull it up here for a second. So we went ahead and, last week I put out that new podcast on, budgeting essentially. And I'd love to know your guys' feedback on that one. Different, it's different than the content we're putting out here on YouTube, and I'm just really curious. Now,
there's all sorts of aspects of having a business. What supplies? Got to look at the financial side. What's best for the use? What you need. You know. So I think that's a great help to everybody.
Yeah, and I mean, and I've talked to you about over the years of when I've been doing this and trying, and some months it's easier, some months it's harder. But if you haven't listened to it, give it a listen. I'd love to hear some feedback on it, and that's cool. But today a new podcast was released, and this podcast was with my friend Adam Duberstein over at ProLock. So ProLock has such a cool history, and I learned a lot during the podcast, and I'm super excited for you guys to be a part of that conversation. And Adam's a really awesome guy. As a matter of fact, okay, this is I'm going to save it for the very end. So
okay.
hang on.
I do know about that.
Okay. Yep. So what you want to do is go anywhere where a podcast is found, and like Spotify, iTunes, and just type in #LockBoss or CLK Supplies, and you'll find the channel on there. You can pull it up and give it a listen. So it'll be interesting. Real cool facts about ProLock. And I'm really excited to really introduce you guys to and gals to Adam. Adam's a really nice guy.
Very.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
Done business with them for a long time. And, he's one of the guys that, I talk to about all sorts of stuff, actually. He's a really, I consider him a friend of mine, and it's, we have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll be down there, and it's what I'd really like to do if I can is I'll get down there with the camera and do like some sort of tour of ProLock or something. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. So he says, Brian Edmondson says, yeah, all the podcasts have been very helpful. Budgeting goes right along with running a business. Yeah, thanks, Brian. I appreciate that. So those are those harder ones for me to, kind of talk about my personal stuff in there as well. And I'm glad you found it helpful. So John Falk is asking, what would be the most extensive all-round code books to purchase? So, John, about that is what I would do, and I'll let you want to answer first?
No, go for it.
Code books today, I wouldn't really invest very much money into any of them that you found because they always get up to date. But, so Genericode, and one of the reasons I like Genericode is because it has all the old Reed codes in it. So you can buy the yearly subscription to Genericode, you can buy the software outright, and then just buy updates every few years or whenever you'd like to for that. But that's what I would say, to put that money in to a code software like Genericode. And they have a lot of the more oddball type stuff
right
from the Reed codes.
Well, HPC has pretty good code source.
Okay, yep.
I most of the time use the generic code. And, the Reed code books, I got lots of them. I even have them on microfiche. Everything from the padlocks. And it seems that the longer you are in the business, they don't republish a lot of codes, meaning the old, 40s, 30s and 40s automobiles, GM, there's still a section of codes, but they don't show up on the new one. It's the old stuff is where they show. Mm-hmm. So that's the reason I keep all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like the that generic code. I don't know why I kind of navigated to it, but I've always really liked it. I like the
I like it's on my phone.
Yes.
Pull it up right then.
Yep.
They had a 1954 Buick. Brought it up right away, got the key on the HPC machine, and
1200?
Yep.
Cool. Very cool. So here, let me see, make sure I didn't miss any questions as we get going here. So yeah, a Prologue of tour of Prologue would be cool. And I know Adam was, I've already asked him, talked about it, and he's totally game for it. I'd love to get him on the show too. It'd be fun. And
needs to fly up and see your new warehouse.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think the other part with Adam is he has a lot of knowledge, not only in the industry, but just in business in general. And so I can't wait to do some more episodes with him and kind of pick his brain a little bit and let you guys get to be a part of it. So it's very cool. Yeah, a lot of generic code users in here. Very cool. Yes, I at the end of the day, I've tried them all, and I wouldn't say any of them are bad, but generic code, I just like the format of it, I guess. I like the format of it, and that's cool. William Ciez, HPC code source. I mean, I know you use generic code and code source.
Right.
So that's cool.
And, I'm the old guy, so I like using books still more than the computer. But the generic code online, bingo, it's right there. You don't have to look for the book. I just like books, I guess.
This is the Tyler Newhouse. Yeah, so to get into the transponder programming, right? I mean, as I think Greg had mentioned, Greg Gibson, the best way to get started, almost 100% of the time, is to go get a iKey 820. And when you get that, and you start out with that, and there's a transponder pack you can get with it that kind of complements the keys that it can do. That can, it's like $800 with the machine. That's going to get you moving, get you going, and then you can kind of take it from there. Maybe that's enough for your business for now, or you can upgrade to like an Auto Pro pad or a Smart Pro or something like that. So that's what I would do on that. Let's see. Perfect. Okay, so you know what? It's already been 23 minutes.
Wow. Goes quick when you're having fun.
That's true. All right, so this is what we're going to do, okay? So I'm going to get ready to announce the winners this week, but before I do, let me tell you the exciting news. So Adam over at ProLock, he has, after the podcast, he was like, you know what, PJ, we want to give away a blue punch as part of your Lock Boss giveaway. So next week on Tuesday, one of the 5 winners is getting a ProLock blue punch. I mean, those are $1,000.
Yeah, I just bought one.
Yeah,
another one.
Yeah. So all you have to do to enter to win is comment on our videos, include the hashtag LockBoss, and hey, go listen to the interview and hear what Adam has to say on the podcast, and it's a really good interview. And guys, we just have to, really thank Adam for supporting everything we're doing here, and he's really supporting you guys. So he sees the comments, he sees what's going on, and Adam, thank you for that. So that's what's going on. So next week, make sure you enter the giveaway because you can win a blue punch. That's cool.
I'll put mine in.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. Let me see here. I'm just reading some comments. Yeah, it is, guys. Yeah, that's cool, huh? I was blown away actually when he said it. So he's the first ever, okay, out of all the giveaways we've done. I don't have the, what week is it? Week 22. So in 22 weeks, Adam is the first manufacturer of the products that we sell who's actually giving something away to you guys. So I'm really happy it's ProLock and Adam, great group of people, and on top of that, $1,000 key machine.
I mean, that's fantastic. Not too many companies do that.
No.
You know?
No.
And when they step up, it's awesome.
It really is. It really is. Let's see.
I could use another 5 of them myself. That's how much IC core we do, you know?
Yeah, okay, one more question here and we'll get into it. So it says, Ryan says, is your company affiliated with other locksmiths, or are other locksmiths affiliated? I wanted to know more about how to hook up with others. What do you recommend? Yeah, no, so we're not affiliated with any other locksmiths, anything like that. How do you hook up with others? I mean, that's tough. I mean, it's a very, part of the industry in some regards is so fragmented. And part of what we're trying to do here is create community for, sharing ideas and help being offered and that kind of stuff.
Well,
so
there's another locksmith in your area.
Yep.
And, just stop in and say, hey, I'm so-and-so, and I'd like to meet you, and hopefully we can help each other. A lot of guys say, well, I don't need your help,
Mm-hmm.
But it's a great thing to communicate with other ones.
It is, yeah. I would say, in your area, especially maybe a 50, maybe even 100-mile radius, to find some friendly locksmiths outside of there that you can... I think everybody wants to some degree, communicate with each other. What everyone's worried about is...
them taking their customers.
So, yeah. So I think
if they left you, they weren't your customer anyways.
Yeah, it's to some part of it, that's how it is. Yeah.
Yeah, to a degree.
And you know what? Jenkins Locks brings up a good point. So... although we're not affiliated with any group out there, we're very friendly and we offer the training of the SOPL. And so, can't believe that kept coming to mind a second ago. So, if you're looking at connecting with locksmiths outside of this community, definitely look at the SOPL. Their website's sopl.us. Tom Lynch and Harvey run it, and great people. And they have great material, and it's a great place to connect.
Well, look each other on the, the comments.
Yeah.
Can't they get a hold of them?
Say that one more time. Sorry.
Can they get a hold of them, when you leave a comment? Are they able to go, hey, how about,
It's kind of possible.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, hey, looks like we have Kid Lock tuned in here for a second. Kid Lock, man, yeah, hopefully we'll get you back on here soon, man. I know you're out there, like he says, in the trenches. Very cool.
He's a great locksmith, knows what he's doing, and does it well.
Yep. And so, okay, another question in here, guys, and we'll get to the drawing here in a second. Guys, thanks for sending these in. So, a question is Lockfather, how and why did you decide to become a locksmith?
Well, I was a bolt foreman in a mailing house.
Okay.
And, I'd worked long hours for a salary, and it turned out to be about $3 an hour. I needed to make some money.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to a locksmith school and started, and, I enjoy it because I like working with my hands. I like figuring out the puzzles, and it's been fantastic. I've really never thought I would be where I am today. Mm-hmm. If you would have told me that when I started, I would have gone, whoa. Yeah. But, I've done very well in the locksmith industry,
mm-hmm.
and that's why we're always willing to share our knowledge and spread it so everybody else can. And let's face it, it takes time. You can get frustrated, because I was frustrated today.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how it started, from just a friend, really.
Right. Oh, a friend of mine, yeah. Brad. He had a lock shop. I was pumping some gas as a second job, trying to get some money. He goes, "Why don't you come drive around with me on Saturdays?" And he dropped out of school, and I couldn't believe how much money he made being a locksmith. Mm-hmm. And I went to the school every Saturday. I went with him. He taught me stuff what no school would teach you.
Yeah.
It's learning all the tricks and everything to be efficient and speedy.
Yeah.
But I've been blessed as a locksmith very much.
Yeah.
And thank for other locksmiths showing me even today. Like Don.
Yeah.
If I have a problem, call him up, and he goes, "Oh, this way." And I said, "Oh, how come I didn't think of that?"
Yeah.
So we all learn.
Absolutely. Yeah. And if there happens to be a locksmithing association in your area, I mean, unfortunately, they've been, over the past 10, 20 years, I mean, the physical associations, especially the more local chapters, have had a lot of areas have had a rough time, and so if you can support those, absolutely, I'd recommend you do so, just for the greater good of the locksmithing, community as a whole. So, let's see here. So I saw in here, it says, Jenkins Lock says, how about a CLK Supplies Discord channel? Do you mean like, what do you necessarily mean by that? You know what I mean?
No, I don't have a slice idea.
So I'm just like a Facebook group or something like that. I don't know. If you want to go ahead and comment there, I'd love to know kind of what you're talking about. Let's see here. All the videos are helpful. Purchasing great. Ryan Macy, very cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. So there you have it, guys. Let's go ahead and let's dive into this week's 22 winners. Now, make sure, I just want to remind you one more time that you're going to want to go listen to that Adam with Pro Lock podcast, and make sure you are part of the contest this week, because next Tuesday, someone's getting a Schlage Blue Punch. I can't wait to give it away, honestly.
I can't wait to win it.
I can't wait. So, I just...
And that's not going to happen, by the way.
All right, so here we go. Week 22 winners. You ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. Oh, you know what? I got to go over the rules. I'm going to cover this. All right, guys. So, hey, I just want to go over the rules real quick. Make sure we're all on the same page. I'll try to get through them quickly. So, throughout the week on YouTube, we post videos. And if you comment and include the hashtag LockBoss, you get entered to win. No purchases necessary. Just include the hashtag LockBoss. We choose the winners at random, okay? Now, each contest is actually its own contest, and it runs from Monday through the following Sunday, and the winners are announced live here on Tuesday, okay? So that's how it works. No purchase necessary. You can technically win every week. We've done it, for 22 weeks now. That's a lot of winners, and we have some people that have won more than once, right? You guys are being a part of the conversation. You're watching the videos. You're contributing, and you've won multiple times, and that's really cool. So we really choose them randomly. They're randomly chosen. So, I mean, it's possible to win a lot. So that's just how it is. So. Very cool. So
good luck to all of you.
Good luck. Here is a week 22 winners. Now, make sure if I call your name, you either email us at sales@CLK Supplies or call us at 800-848-6989 so we can get your email address or your shipping address, and we can ship you your winnings. So, and all of you guys who thank you for giving us pictures and posting on Facebook, Instagram, and tagging us. Very cool to see. We absolutely love it. I mean, one of the reasons we don't go over all the gifts that we give away is because we really want the community to show what it is instead of us always showing up, hey, look, someone's getting this. So it's kind of more fun that way. There's a little mystery
it's
to
like
it.
A surprise.
A little like a surprise.
Right. Never know what that box holds.
Yeah. So without further ado, those are the rules. Here we go.
Okay.
Winner number 1 is John Davison. John, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations, John.
Winner number 2 is Grover the Locksmith. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Great.
And now I seen him in here a few minutes ago.
Oh, good.
So hopefully still around. Winner number 3 is Ken Nixon. Kid, congratulations. Here we go. Winner number 4 is Willard 102. Willard 102.
Congratulations.
Congrats. And winner number 5 this week, week number 22, is Ed Keel.
Congratulations, Ed.
Congratulations. Let me go ahead and hold this up so everyone can see here. All right. So there we go. Let's go ahead. Make sure I said hi to everyone. Santiago, thanks. Nice seeing you in here. And very cool. I think I about got them all. And awesome, guys. Well, hey, still got your gum?
Yep.
We're doing good. Oh, you know what? One last thing. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I almost forgot.
Well, that's why
Here we
I
go.
was looking.
Yeah, so if you haven't noticed on our CLK this month, we are any order over $200, you get this Lock Boss hoodie.
Awesome.
Pretty cool, huh? Let me hold it up and kind of see it close up. I think in the picture that we released, it's Connor. Connor's in the picture. So,
Yeah.
very cool, guys. You can bet here soon. We could be giving some away. So stick around. We'll see you next week. Make sure you listen to that Adam D's podcast on ProLock.
And how much do you have to order to get one?
200.
Oh, boy. The guys will like that.
Absolutely. So, all right, everybody. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Lockfather, thanks for tuning in.
Yep,
I'm glad to
thanks
see
for
you still
having
got
me.
your gum.
That I do.
You're doing good. So, everybody, thank you, and we'll see